Welcome to Damoople, we hook 'em and cook 'em. Pokemon Emerald has been out since 2004, and yet to this day, nobody has gotten past Route 101. I'm telling ya, it makes Darkest Dungeons gameplay look like skipping through the text of a visual novel. It's brutal, I know, but I could pull it off. I did a good 30 minutes of research before getting bored and watching a Pokemon Let's Play, so I've scoped out this game pretty good. The first thing you want to do when booting up the game is don't listen to this guy. I mean, he shows up and gene splices a bug with a broken ashtray. Has anyone seen his doctorate? Anyways, I'm going with the male trainer for this. I know everyone loves the female for every wrong reason, but hear me out. See, the girl is already a top billed actress from a show, I don't know which one, Bakugan? So going out in the woods to fight and catch bugs is just a major pay cut for her. Plus, if you ever run out of Pokemon, the boy can just headbutt shit with the spikes on his hat. Full disclosure, I never said my strategy would be the fair way to play this game. It's also easier to win battles if trainers are off guard, so I'm gonna give myself a name that nobody's gonna take seriously. I started the game homeless. So homeless, in fact, that I can't even hitchhike anymore. I headed over to the professor's house to try and steal that gene-spliced Pokemon. Usually you'll be caught by the girl in this section, but it's okay. She's more concerned that she still uses a DOS computer in 2004. I eventually found the professor being attacked by a Zigzagoon. Let's be real. If you're being assaulted by raccoons in a world where baby kaijus and world-ending phenomenons just chill in the grass, you clearly shouldn't be studying them. Opening the briefcase gives you 3 options: a bro that needs a hug, a mid-2000s meme, and my lunch tomorrow. This is actually where most players mess up when playing Pokemon Emerald. You're not supposed to choose any of these. If you wait for a few hours in real time, the Zigzagoon will eventually go for the throat. The corpse has 3 new Pokemon, which are... Okay, what the fuck? Well, I got my new starter, and soon after the girl challenged me to a battle. Something to keep in mind is that she may act like your friend, but it doesn't hide the fact that she chooses the starter you're weak against. This is clearly a toxic relationship. It needs to be severed immediately. I don't know how many of you are botanists, so I'm just going to suggest you don't pick any of the berries in the game. Oran berries, for example, are actually mistranslated and are supposed to be Orion berries, because that shit will make you higher than the constellation. Also, don't touch any bombs. Yeah, I said bombs.
But aren't those supposed to be items?
Have you ever played Smash Bros? Not worth it. In Petalburg City, your father will want you to help this deathly ill kid catch a Pokemon. Oh, is this one of those Make-A-Wish situations? Why would I want to increase my competition? I'm just walking away. The woods up ahead are full of bug catchers and the typical forest theme enemies in RPGs, terrorist pirates. You're guaranteed to get poisoned in this, so if you want to deal with your screen glitching out all the time, that's fine with me, but there's a strat to skip this part. All you have to do is rig the borders with explosive C-dots and simply wipe out the forest. Beyond the scorched wasteland, beyond the woods is a flower shop where you get a watering can. You could use it to drown berry trees. Remember, those berries are dangerous. Rustboro City is a great way to utilize an important skill in Pokemon: breaking and entering. Robbing people via home invasion could net you some pretty good items. At this point, you may start to think, hey, is it morally wrong to play the game this way? Just remember that Pokemon is already glorified cockfighting. But hey, there's some good deeds too. If you go down into this mine shaft, you'll find a miner slaving away down here. No, not a miner, I mean a kid. You gotta escort her back to the nearby schoolhouse and start a protest to abolish child labor laws. With the mine shaft condemned, you could sneak back in and dig the gym badge out of the walls. Soon I found this pirate who spotted me rigging the explosives in the woods. Well, that's not good. You can't allow there to be any witnesses, so you gotta take away his wingle. That way, he can't escape to tell anyone about the incident. Oh god, there she is. Look, I just got her out of my life. I'm not gonna deal with this. I'm just gonna hop the fence. Now you have to go to an island to challenge the next gym. But how? You don't have surf yet. Fortunately, the first gym badge grants you the powers of Jesus Christ. The second gym is having a power outage. There's a broken generator apparently, and since it's a fighting type gym, their means of fixing it was just beating the shit out of it. Send your starter to a very lucrative business to make some money and buy a new generator.
Wait, isn't that a guy?
We don't discriminate around here. The gym will be thankful enough to give you the badge. We've gone through a lot at this point, so I'm just gonna rest on this beach for a while. Wait. Oh no. What year is it? I had to hire a lawyer in Slateport City because of some accusations floating around. Property damage, kidnapping, arson. Oh, come on! There weren't that many people in Petalburg Woods. There is a line to the office, however, so I just waited in line. Look, it's not a speed run. Here's the Trickmaster's house on Route 110. He sleeps under a table. Hanging out with him for too long will get you Stockholm Syndrome. I usually go straight to the gym in Mauville City. The Game Corner slot machine odds make a Vegas casino look like a charity. Trust me, the Trickmaster's a regular there. He sleeps under a table for a reason. I don't even think this is his house. The electric type gym leader is also willing to use explosives, so it's best to avoid this battle. Instead, go back to the second gym and take their broken generator. If you install it in Mauville's power plant, the city has an outage. This shuts down all the electric Pokemon, and you get a free badge. During the outage, you could steal a bike from the shop since the security cameras are turned off. I found a group of cosplayers blocking the way to Mount Chimney. This may seem like an obstruction, but it's actually an opportunity to skip a good chunk of the game. Let's think about this. You got a volcano, and you got C-Dots. You know what to do? Here are the results. At Meteor Falls, there are more cosplayers fighting Ailstorm. The cosplayers want to use a meteorite to set off the volcano, but they're gonna be in for a nice surprise. Moving on to Lava Ridge Town, you'll find elderly people being buried alive. Yeah, that checks out. If you call the Pokemon League, you could pin the crime on the town's gym leader and have her arrested. Another free gym badge. Well, we're on a roll, so I think I'm ready to face my father for the next gym badge. Unfortunately, being around the sickly kid has afflicted him with the same disease, and Pops only has a week to live. The Pokemon world is not free from nepotism, however, so I'm just the new gym leader. Collect your own badge and leave immediately because, no dad, I'm not here to spend your final hours with you. I'm not a priest. Go ask mom. Also, how much life insurance do gym leaders get? This is when you get the ability to surf on water, which means that a good 50% of the game just opened up.
By the way, IGN was right, sea routes are really boring.
As cool as Jesus powers are, riding on your Whalmer watering can is just a bit faster. Surfing around for a while eventually got me to the weather station where Ailstorm is trying to steal a stack of balls. I don't care. Just let them do it. After the Ewok village, you learn the biggest plot twist in the game. You're blind. That would explain why wild Pokemon seemingly come out of nowhere. This philanthropist here gave me a pair of glasses so I could actually see. This is the first gym leader I'm actually going to fight. The extremely low ceiling of the gym makes flying types useless, so her specialty is actually ground types. The Pokemon League contracted her to use flying types instead because it's really funny to watch. She doesn't know how to use them, so the battle's pretty easy. Mount Pyre was originally a standard graveyard, but it was recently converted into a memorial for the Mount Chimney explosion. Well, that's enough of that. It turns out that Groudon is pissed because you blew up his house. Entirely understandable. It ain't cheap and Pokemon games generally have a housing crisis and overpopulation. The problem with this is Groudon is less of the lobbyist type and more of a I'm gonna start the apocalypse type. Ailstorm sees this as the end times and they have a mass suicide. I took a detour to the move deleter so I could get rid of any moves from my C-Dots that aren't explosion. There's really no point in having anything else, so specialization is key. There's also the Ailstorm hideout nearby the city, but it's empty. You know, cause I don't know what the whole fuss is about. This game has generally been pretty easy, at least up until Moss Deep Gym. Wait, they're ganging up on me? Goddamn cheaters. It takes one to know one. Okay, I forgot there was rocket fuel on the island, so it looks like they're going to have to add a lot more space to the memorial. I found a secret cavern in the massive crater where Moss Deep used to be. This is where a really big fish lives, that's about it. Now that there's a big hole in its home like Groudon, it's pretty mad too. It's soon revealed that Groudon is causing intense sunlight and monsoons at the same time, while the fish is just there. There's only one way to stop Groudon. Space Caterpie. Space Caterpie lives in the Sky Pillar. It decided to live here as a means of trolling anyone trying to catch it. I reached the top and woke up Space Caterpie, who immediately took flight to stop Groudon. Actually, it was too late. Groudon leveled the entire city and the fish ate Groudon. Legendary or not, water still beats ground. With the 8th gym no longer existing, only the Elite Four is ahead of me. Here's the problem. I probably don't have enough C-Dots to get through them, and I'm pretty sure their population is depleted at this point. What do you do? Back to Caterpie's construction zone. You may think bombing this place will work as always, but Caterpie could fly, and there's no surface-to-air C-Dots in this game, maybe in the remakes. Another common mistake people make in playing this game is capturing the Caterpie. No, do not capture it. Instead, kill the Caterpie and show the corpse to the Elite Four. This will prove that you are more powerful than a celestial dragon deity, and they'll be too scared to fight you. Congratulations, you're now the champion. The last step of the game is the Battle Frontier. Unfortunately, not even I could figure out how to beat this. Because there's trainers from Kanto here, people just aren't intimidated by the corpse. They actually know what a Caterpie is. Not to mention Space Caterpie got beaten by a furry. It turns out, furries are the most powerful Pokemon and are required for the Battle Frontier. And that's why I should have chosen my lunch as my starter all along. So Jesus has the power to walk on water, right? The Antichrist has the power to surf on land.
Bow down to